What is up,
Penis.
party people? It is the inaugural episode of Hog Rider Radio, where we talk about for however long, whatever, it doesn't matter. We can talk about literally anything. Let's introduce the people here with us today. I am your gorgeous host, Dylan.branscome. I'm SlapMyPaddle on Discord whenever you guys can join that. I like movies a lot. I review them on my Instagram, which will be in the description of whatever you're listening to this on. It could be YouTube, Spotify, anything. Braven, Spotify, right?
Eventually, yes.
Eventually Spotify. YouTube just for now. But to my right is the Milky Wilkey Way, Nathaniel Wilkey. How are you doing today?
What up, man? I'm doing great. Just life's been doing good. Recently getting into wrestling stuff and just chilling. Just the usual.
Just the usual. Nice. I like chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling is pretty nice. I don't get to chill that much anymore. I feel like my life's on
It's starting to get to that point.
Yeah, straight up. All right,
Bro.
well, next up is Ethan the Beard Justice. Look at that glorious beard he has. How are you doing today, Ethan?
What's up, my beautiful man?
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, so like you said, I'm Ethan. I'm kind of a gym rat. I'm into a little bit of everything, like Marvel, comics, a little bit of movies, a little bit of everything.
Nice. I'm into that too. I mean, you're into it a lot too, because I remember at work we'd talk about stuff literally all the time. And another man that is also into comics, almost more than me, because he knows a lot more about this stuff than I do, is the guy that's in this upper right corner up here, the three-eyed raven, Braven Errignton. How are you doing today, Braven?
What's up? I'm Braven. I'm doing pretty well. Went through 4 ginormous boxes of comics and put them all online. So today, that's what I did today. Yeah. So
4 boxes? How many were in a box?
100? No, 150 each. Yeah, 150 each, and I put them all online on this new server I'm on. So, introduction to me, as these guys are just gasping over here. Introduction to me, I'm kind of the marketing Discord guy that just is arranging everything.
He does everything. I just sit here and talk in a mic.
Yeah, he's the face. I'm the brain. So
sure.
then we got the muscles. I'm playing. I love you all.
That's true. They flexing. That's true. They got way more muscle than I do.
But I'm a big comic book nerd, absolutely ginormous, and I'm a big video game nerd. So that's mainly, and I love movies as well. So that's mainly where I'm in the range of. So yeah.
Honestly,
When you said,
what's up, Ethan?
when you said went through comics, I thought you meant you read through them. Yo, that's so many.
That's actually what I thought until you said you sold them online. I was like, you read 4 boxes of comics?
Oh no,
today?
I didn't sell them. No, I didn't sell them. So I organized I think it was 532 comics, put them all online in each of their individual tabs, and then got all my comics that I'm going to be buying, because I buy comics each week at the comic store sells fish up in Winston. I buy comics each week, and I got them all organized to which ones I want to get till December 21st.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just use Marvel Unlimited. I don't worry about the physical copies of everything.
DC sucks. Listen, DC sucks with their universal, their infinite crap.
DC
so I'm not even
awful.
It's so
UI
bad.
is terrible.
So that's why I go in person comics. So
respect. That takes a lot more work to read. I feel like. See, I'm laying on this bed over here at 11:30 at night, just reading Civil War, on my phone, just doing this. And DC Infinite, if I want to read something, I just can't do it. It's so bad.
Real quick, so there was this time at Myrtle Beach, I got the limited edition Civil War issue 7 comic where they're going, Iron Man and Cap are going at each other, and it's that comic book cover where they're the shield and the repulsors. Mm-hmm. And I laid it there to buy. Kid comes up and tries to grab it. I literally put my arm on his arm and I said, "If you want to die, you're choosing the right time."
Give that kid the good 1-2.
He walked away, but I was just like, nah, dude, this is
Oh my
mine.
gosh, that's hilarious. Well, speaking of Hog Rider Radio, the goal of this podcast is, well, upload-wise, is to be once a month for right now. Braven said he has something to say about that later on, but we'll see. We'll see. You'll just have to wait to the end of the podcast to hear about that. But for right now, it's once a month. We're all students, I'm pretty sure, right? We're all students. So studies come first. And I go to Western Carolina. Ethan, where do you go?
I'm actually a gap year right now, so I'm not.
He's
really
in gap year, so he doesn't have as much going on, but he's still pretty busy. Braven, you go to...
Tacoma Falls College.
He goes there. And then Wilkey goes to...
I go to UNCG, Greensboro, computer science major. So
we're all from North Carolina, if you can't tell. So
my college is Georgia, so there you go.
Oh, well, I mean, besides Braven's, cool, he goes to school in Georgia, so... but yeah, upload schedule will be
He's that guy.
Yeah, he is that guy. But once a month, that's what we're aiming for. If there is more demand for more of us, which there might be, I don't know. Depends on how we do tonight. We will see what we have to do about our upload schedule. Maybe once every 2 weeks, There's something. We'd be testing the waters on that one, but I think we could do it. But as for other things regarding this podcast and other endeavors, I want Braven to talk about whatever it is I told him to talk about in this podcast. I can't remember what it was.
It was basically what media will be on, and that's one of my surprises I actually have. So what media we will be on is we have our YouTube, we have our Spotify, and we will be having a Twitch. Basically, the Twitch will be used when we have all of us together gaming on something like Call of Duty. I'm just trying to think of games off my head. Fall Guys, Rocket League, all this kind of stuff. And we have an email, so if you have a specific request for us to talk about a certain topic, I'm opening it up. I say the guys would agree. We could open up to talk about it. It's at hogriderradio@gmail.com. And we will try to fit that in because I believe we have somewhat of an idea what we want to talk about for the next few, hopefully, and or something we want to add in. And this is my little surprise. You can also follow us at Hog Radio on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and whatever else I'm about to put us on, because I have Instagram, the Snapchat, and the Facebook all ready to launch. I just haven't hit the button yet. That was my biggest surprise for the day. So there you go.
Heck
yes,
yeah.
sir.
Braven coming in with all the surprises. Also talking about something, Ethan. I can't remember what I told you to talk about, but I'm pretty sure you do.
Yep.
So talk about it.
So basically for right now, by the end of the year, we're hoping to have 50 followers, 50. If we surpass that, that's great. And if more demand comes, we want to make this a bigger thing. Obviously, we want to get it out to the masses. But for right now, 50 is our goal by the end of the year.
50 is a solid goal. Honestly, 50, keeping it kind of low. But if we put it too high, I feel like we'll just disappoint ourselves. So
definitely,
you may be thinking it's too low for right now. But guess what? I don't think so. I think we're going to reach 50 by the end of the year. And that's what we're going to reach. So 50 subscribers on YouTube, I'd take it. I'd take it any day of the week. So, Wilkey, I think I told you to talk about something, and I can't remember if I did. I'm doing a terrible job of being a host right now. But
Bro, I don't even remember.
It's okay. First time. Hey.
But to be honest, the main thing is if you want to join our Discord, you have to follow our YouTube. It's just kind of a small thing to get everyone connected a little bit, make sure everyone's watching us, and just making sure they're connected in general. But there's tons of channels. You got anything related to movies. I know Dylan usually headlines that stuff. You got fitness stuff, which is usually led by me and Ethan. There's tons of other stuff you can do. You can find out more when you just follow the channel and get invited and everything. So,
heck yeah. Discord's going to have a lot of stuff. Like I said, I do movie reviews on my Instagram. There's a Discord channel for that, for movie review updates. I always say Like recently, I did a Rocky review last month. So every time a Rocky review would go up, if you're not on Instagram and you're like, I want to know when this guy does his stuff on Instagram. I want to be there when it comes out. Well, guess what? As soon as I hit that send button on that story, I'm going on Discord and saying, hey, my Rocky 3 review is up. Go check it out. Tell me what you think. You can talk to me about it in the Discord if you really want to. So yeah, that's really my shtick. There's, like I said, plenty of other channels. There's General. There's memes. We send memes back and forth. I'm pretty sure Braven might open it up to other people. I'm pretty sure that's what the idea is. Yeah, just basically when it comes to Discord, just a way for the community to do this, mesh together like a community. Braven, what's up?
Basically, the idea for the Discord is, like, obviously be a subscriber, email us, say, hey, I'm a subscriber, I'm this name, blah, 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 can I join your Discord? Tell us your Discord name, tell us your Discord number, and we will send you a invite to the Discord. We'll give you a role. You can choose where you want to be. You can either be in music, movies, games, or fitness, or all the above if you're into all of it. It doesn't really matter. Like, we accept literally all. Like, we even have a sports channel that has just been added recently for the last, I think, 2 weeks. Yeah. And then we are also...
Sorry,
we're also
I
getting...
didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You're fine.
I'm doing this as my second surprise for the night. We are also going to be having a haunted theme for this coming month of October. Basically, we're going to have a haunted channel, and it's going to be decked out haunted, like full Halloween, and we will be having the same Christmas kind of vibe during the December time as well. So,
the best holiday. If you disagree, screw you. That's all I gotta say. I don't know what I was trying to say.
All right. Wow.
I guess you can't. You can't be. You're just not cool. I'm sorry. You can still subscribe and stuff. And we'll still respect you, but I won't like you. That's all I gotta say. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we already made somebody mad. So how long has it been?
And there goes our subscriber count down the drain.
Honestly, if someone doesn't like
it's been
Christmas,
10
they
minutes.
can get out of here. That's all I gotta say. I don't care. You don't like Christmas? Just you're dumb. I could have come up with a good roast. All I can come up with you're dumb, and I think that's enough. I think that's enough to speak for itself. So,
all right.
Yeah. So I was gonna say something else, but I'm just gonna bring up the fact that House of the Dragon is really good right now, and if you're not watching it, which is fine because some people don't like Game of Thrones, but Wilkey, I know Wilkey likes Game of Thrones. Ain't that right, Wilkey? He's acting.
I mean, I've not watched House of Dragon yet, but Game of Thrones, pretty good. Pretty good. Was a big fan of it a few years ago, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but it does take a weird shift. But it's still a really solid show in my opinion. So
let's just say this: seasons 1 through 6 are like this. And then it levels out around 5 and 6. Well, seasons 1 through 4 are like this. Season 4 is peak Game of Thrones, for sure. 5 and 6 kind of does this, but it's still like up there. It's still pretty good. Kind of going down, but still pretty good. Season 7, it kind of goes off the deep end a little bit. And season 8, it does not recover. Let's just say that. It just stays down there and drowns. It's horrible. Honestly, just stop after season 6. To be honest, you can just stop. You can stop watching. Like, it's that bad.
I do have a question though.
What's up?
Because I haven't seen any Game of Thrones, haven't seen any House of Dragon, but is House of Dragon a prequel or a sequel?
Prequel.
It's a prequel. It's 300 years. It's 300 years before, right?
It's somewhere. I think it's like 157. They said it at the beginning of the show. I can't remember now. But it's somewhere in the 150 range, I think. It talks about the Targaryens, which are very prominent in. Well, not very prominent, but one of the bigger characters in Game of Thrones is a Targaryen. So it talks about how they were in charge. They were basically the rulers of the 9 Kingdoms before everything happened. But I won't spoil anything because I can't say anything. So, yeah. So, but yeah, House of Dragon's really good right now. What are you guys watching? That's good or have seen?
Within the last week to 2 weeks, I have seen 3 movies and rewatched a show. The movies I won't spoil, and I can't spoil the show if y'all plan on watching the show, but I'm gonna rank them in the ways I liked them. I saw Bullet Train in theaters.
Ooh, I want to see that so bad.
That is amazing.
It's a good movie. Okay.
It is actually really good. I think this is like one of the last movies Brad Pitt's gonna be in. Like it's like the start of his like ending of his career, and it was a solid movie. Like I would definitely go to theaters to see it again. Like it was that good. Yeah, I'd actually go see it again because like it's one of those things where everything like loops back, like to where you better have been paying attention. And to be honest, wasn't really paying attention, and like I kind of want to go back and watch it again to be like, hey, was that there? Was that there? Because it's just like one of those movies where you just like you have to be paying attention, and I'm like, it's. And in the beginning, I wasn't, but it was really good. And then I watched 2 Netflix movies. I'm not including the show yet because like that's in its own category because I just love that individually. But I watched 2 Netflix movies. The first one was I think it's End of the Road.
I think I've heard about that. Who's
that one? I think it's Queen Latifah. If I'm not.
If it's not Queen Latifah, I'm gonna laugh in your face right now.
It's fine. I can't remember. I can't. All I remember is the dudes from Fast and Furious is in there.
Which one?
All right, Queen Latifah's in it. You're good.
Okay,
Ludacris?
thank God. Ludacris? Yeah, my brain went completely dead. My brain went completely dead. I was like, dude from Fast and Furious.
I love how that's your
Ludacris.
reference for Ludacris. Like he's not like a
he's
problem.
Fast and Furious.
Bro,
He has
listen.
a very extensive music career.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, clearly not extensive enough. I didn't go to it immediately, so I'm just saying. That's not the first thing I went to, but that's on me. That's on me. I'm AC/DC kind of boy. So
I was gonna say you are so white to think that Ludacris's only thing is Fast and Furious.
No, I know. No, now you say it, I do remember him very well now, and I'm like, well, that's embarrassing for me, but whatever. I don't care.
Oh
like
my God,
that's embarrassing
horrible.
for me. That's my bad.
The song
My bad.
Too Fast, Too Furious, where he's like too fast, too furious. You don't remember that? It was a great song.
Yes, I remember it. Yes, I remember.
Fantastic.
I do remember it.
One of the
But I
best
don't know if you're
songs of our
serious.
generation.
I'm playing. But I saw that. That was really good. It was like a thriller / high stakes kind of movie, and it took a twist I didn't expect it to. It was really good. Last one was Me Time with Kevin Hart and
You watched Me Time?
crap.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Yep.
No,
Isn't that right?
no, not Me Time. I'm sorry. What's it called? Is it Me Time? Oh, hang on. Let me go to Netflix real quick. I
Jesus
actually don't remember
Christ.
because it was 2 weeks ago, and I don't remember it
Me
because I
Time?
didn't really like it.
It's not Channing Tatum, Ethan. Why do we think Channing Tatum? It's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, it's Mark
Oh,
Wahlberg.
dang.
Freaking crap.
Gosh,
It's Mark
I get those
Wahlberg.
two confused. My bad.
I was like, I don't know if has anybody seen that movie?
No, but I
No.
it doesn't look good, so I didn't watch it.
It's not the greatest. It's all right. Like it was fine.
It's
Me
a
and
Kevin
Brittany,
Hart
my
movie.
girlfriend, sat down. Yeah, he's great in it. Of course
Yeah,
he is.
it's a
But
Kevin Hart movie.
yeah, and I was like, I enjoyed parts of it, but overall, I was like, I wouldn't watch that again. I probably wouldn't watch that again.
Yeah, I agree. I want to watch. I haven't seen a Kevin Hart movie twice. To be real, maybe besides Jumanji, that's because The Rock's in it. He's funny.
Oh,
Jack
The
Black,
Rock's
too.
great though.
But,
The last thing was the show I watched,
yeah.
and that was Young Justice.
Ooh,
know
good
if-
show. Good show.
See my boy over here. But that's a great show to my opinion. Like second watch, so many things I like. I watched it with my buddy, and when we watched together, what happened?
Dang, bro. That
You did
connection.
this. You did this.
It was just like this.
Oh, sorry,
and
my
it was like-
bad, my
It was
bad.
like this. You were like
We can
this.
cut that. I
And
think.
then
All right, to explain to everybody real quick, my internet is so crappy. Real quick, it is there are literally donkeys walking in a circle up there, about a mile
Donkeys
away. So
walking
that's
in a circle.
I don't know.
Powering your
Also,
internet?
wow.
yeah, pretty much. That's
Wow.
if you didn't get that, that's the reference for what I'm saying. Like that,
thought
they're
they were
powering. There's walking in a circle, powering the internet. That's what they do.
Sometimes they just stop, and that's when Braven goes.
But I watched it with my buddy, and it was his first walkthrough with watching Young Justice. He completely loved it. Wish they made a season 5, but after DC, just kind of like plunged everything into darkness. We're not getting anything.
We're not getting anything except Black Adam.
See, that's what I wanted. I wanted to talk about that next. I wanted to talk about that next month after we all watched it. If we go watch it, like individually or together,
So we can all laugh at it.
I hate to be this way. Listen, this man says the hierarchy of power is about to change in the DC universe. Freaking, he gets his butt beat by Shazam, a literal 10-year-old.
That is true. But I like Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. He looks pretty cool.
Oh, that's the only reason I'm going.
Yeah, I think that's like going to be the best part of the movie, for
The
sure.
only reason I'm going. I've told everybody.
As what is he? The Atom or something? Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher. Yeah.
He looks horrible. He just looks like Ant-Man. He literally looks like Ant-Man. You can't tell me otherwise.
Because he is a knockoff Ant-Man. I hate to be that way.
No.
No.
It's
Sorry.
original,
You're right. Sorry, knockoff Giant Man.
No. It's all original. You got DC wrong. All right.
Yeah, all OG. Everything is OG in DC. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Sure.
They legit, bro. They better than Marvel. Low key.
All right, let's not get on that
Just
conversation.
kidding.
Okay,
Just
in
kidding.
comics,
It's a joke.
I'll agree.
I'm just
I'll agree
kidding.
with comics because they don't know. Marvel doesn't know how to do a single crapping thing with their Spider-Man comics at all.
I will
And I hate to
say,
be that
I've
way.
heard the Spider-Man comics, the new ones, are horrible.
I want to throw something compared to what we had like 4 months ago. It pisses me off so much
Yeah, I think they're pretty bad.
because like we go from. I'm just gonna give a quick explanation. We go from like Peter Parker finally not being a depressed crybaby and living with Mary Jane to Mary Jane. I don't care if y'all are gonna read this or not. It pisses me off. Mary Jane being married and having kids to another man.
Wait, who's Peter with?
No one. He's depressed again.
Listen. Life just be like that
They
sometimes.
just can't have
Phil.
anything.
All right. Listen.
Relatable. Hashtag relatable.
Accurate.
Yep.
Accurate, bro.
It is pretty accurate, to be honest.
It just pisses me off. That
It's Peter B. Parker. It's literally from Into the Spider-Verse. He's depressed. He's fat, eats pizza.
He's meant
cries
to
in the
be a
shower.
depressed teenager.
His final form.
Depressed
Dang.
emo boy.
That's what this is. It's just Nick Miller Spider-Man. That's all it is from New Girl. That's literally what this guy is.
that's comics right now. Like for example, Batman and Nightwing, like they're killing it right now with like the Bat Family. Everything with the Bat Family, they're killing in DC. Like it's amazing.
I've heard they do
And
great
they're-
with that family anyway. Like just all the time.
Oh,
it's just great.
it's wonderful.
Is that the new
but-
502 or whatever it is? New 52? Isn't that what that is?
No, New 50. Yeah. So like, imagine. All right, I'm gonna explain DC Comics real quick in three simple terms. Imagine you have a nice, awesome like dog, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you love that dog so much, and like you get up to this big point in like the dog's life, and then the dog's taken away from you, and you're given a raccoon called the New 52, and I hate New 52 because
Wow.
like
That's the
it's-
only. You're the only person I've heard that says they hate the New 52.
listen, as a Nightwing fan, I personally hate the New 52 because they ruined my boy a little bit. But and then Rebirth came back with all the new stuff. Like that's what we've continued on, and it's been pretty solid so far. We've had some few ups and downs. Like Rick Grayson for a Nightwing fan really sucks. Shut up, Ethan.
It sounds
That's what I call.
It's
I
just
feel so
funny.
excluded.
Rick, all right, so real quick, Rick Grayson is basically when Nightwing got shot in the head by KG Beast. He lost all of his memory, shaved his head, and called himself Rick instead of Dick Grayson. Called himself.
That's what I
Rick.
was about to ask. Like, why is it so close to Dick?
Because he's like, the only thing he remembers is like his parents dying and nothing after that. Absolutely nothing. Doesn't remember Bruce. Doesn't remember Alfred. Doesn't remember anybody.
That's pretty bad.
That is the worst thing that for me Rebirth has done. That's the worst thing. That and Batman Who Laughs. But besides that,
Ooh, yeah.
They
That
just
one's kind of rough.
They just overuse him, in my opinion, too much.
Yeah,
But besides that, Rebirth's been great, and New 52, they've had some good things here and there, but overall I just couldn't get behind everything. So
interesting.
But yeah,
my roommates are playing Rocket League right now.
solid.
But one other thing I wanted to bring up was this little show called Lord of the Rings that is going on right now, The Rings of Power.
Shoot.
It is baller. It is so good right now. Like,
Haven't seen it.
Just, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Wait, who's seen it? Raise your hand. I'm not going to count yesterday's episode because it came out yesterday. So if you haven't seen yesterday's episode, it's okay. I'm not going to talk about it. I just watched it.
My bad. I'll sit this one out. I got my little comic talk over.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings, it is... I don't understand the hate behind it. Like, it's gotten a lot of flack on Twitter. I don't know if y'all seen that, but like, it's like woke, like too woke. Like, I don't understand why is it.
It's not even really.
Yeah, it's like, just like other characters are different skin tones, which is like, that's not what woke is. That's just literally casting good actors to play these characters, which they're doing a phenomenal job of, by the way. And the fact that people are so hinged on the fact that they are not white is baffling to me. I don't understand why that's a problem for anyone, for any character to be a skin color.
Let's not even get into the backlash about the new Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, I can get into that later, but Braven, you were going to say something?
I was going to say, could you like explain to me like how is it like different? Like, is it different than the movies or if it's different than the books?
Basically,
You want to go? It doesn't matter. So yeah, basically
Wilkey go because Wilkey go first.
Okay,
Wilkey go first. You haven't talked now.
So I will say, it's in the past. It's like a prequel to the movies, pretty much. It's like 1,000 years or 2,000 years before the actual events of Frodo. It's a long time. Yeah. But there's Galadriel, which is in the trilogy because elves they have immortality and everything. But it's set before then, and then it kind of follows the books, but it doesn't. Like, I don't know, but it's really interesting. It's okay. I'm kind of like, it's okay. It's just mainly because there's a lot of characters that don't really belong in that time period that should be in the future.
That's what
it's weird to explain about. But because there's a character, I'm not going to say her name or anything, but basically there's an island they go to and everything, and there's this character she's a real character like in the history and everything, but she's not supposed to be in that time period. She's supposed to be 1,000 years later. So it's like, what is going on? So
yeah,
but it's really not that confusing. It's just basically, you know who Morgoth is, right? Like, yes. In the lore and everything.
Yes.
So it's after the fall of Morgoth, and pretty much it's Sauron kind of rebuilding himself and rebuilding his army and everything to kind of start the first war against Sauron. Pretty much, like, it basically is the introduction of him making the rings and everything to enslave men and elves and dwarves.
Don't quote me on this, but I really think they're going to be setting up that whole battle between.
Yeah, I think that's where the show's going to end when he gets his fingers cut off. I think that's where it's going to end, but that's so early. I feel like.
I don't know. I'm more confused about, like, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I've been getting into it a lot recently. Don't know why, but obviously, Sauron gets his fingers cut off and everything, and like, that's what basically starts the whole Fellowship of the Ring and everything. But I don't know. It's just, to me, I think we all know what happens. So to me, I think they're going to make the rings, and then that's kind of the finale of, okay, the war starting, and that's where it ends. Because we already know how it ends, so there's no point in having the war drag out. But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to drag out the war. I think that'll be like the last episode, and then they'll show like Isildur cutting off the finger of
Right.
of Sauron, and then it'll.
I will
Okay,
say,
yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I will say there are some parts that I don't understand. Like, I don't know how to say it without spoiling it, but there's basically like there's a map and it shows like a weird symbol that Sauron made. It's literally Mordor, and she's just like,
Yes.
"What does it mean? What does it mean?" And I'm like,
Well,
it
you know,
literally.
maybe they just didn't know it back then. You know, maybe they.
I mean, that's true,
but
but then again, it's like there's also weird scenes where like she's riding a horse and she's like in the scene. I'm like, what?
That was
what
weird.
Are
I
you
saw
doing?
that was kind of
What
odd.
are you
I didn't
doing?
understand it. Yeah, I didn't understand
But
why
it's
she
just-
was like so happy about it.
It's just small scenes that like why it's even happening, but it's just interesting to see the build up and everything because you know you get to see the orcs and how they kind of. I'm not spoiling anything. It kind of just you're basically seeing how it transfers into like the bigger picture, but
Yeah.
it's just interesting. There's a few moments where it's like okay, but then there's some moments where it's like okay, this is really interesting.
Yeah,
and stuff,
there's
so.
some moments where they talk about the larger implications of Lord of the Rings, and it's like, this is freaking awesome. Like, I'm so glad I'm getting this background information on stuff I already know. But then there's also some information where I'm like, okay, like I kind of want to get past this, you know. But I'm still really enjoying it. I'm having just a baller time every week watching it. Like, it's unbelievable. Now, do I think it holds a candle to House of the Dragon? I don't think so. I think House of the Dragon is probably the best television show going on right now on a week-to-week basis.
I hear it's exploding right now. Like I hear
Last
it's
episode
really
was
good.
scarring. Last episode was just horrible. But what's up?
Do you have to watch the whole?
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Honestly,
You'll
you
have
might
to.
enjoy it more without watching Game of Thrones before it because you don't know anything that
And thank you for the ad list. Feedback. Sorry guys, I'm out for the podcast for the night. No.
happens.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about watching it. Like, it looks really good.
Yeah, honestly,
only-
it might help to watch the prequels more because the Targaryen thing is like a bigger picture. Because like you'll find out later, but it's a bigger picture to the whole show.
Well, also, like, Game of Thrones screws it up so much that when they talk about things in this show, you're not like going like, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, you're not going, ugh. Like, you know, like there's some things in House of the Dragon when they say it, I'm like, gosh, if they would have followed this up in Game of Thrones, this would have been dope. But then they say it and you're like, well, they dropped the ball on that. Like, it's hard to say because Game of Thrones. All right, so here's a whole rundown of Game of Thrones and how the show like went downhill. Like, so George R.R. Martin, the writer of A Song of Ice and Fire, which the Game of Thrones is based off of, only wrote books. The show's only based on the books for the first like 4 seasons because that's all the books they had. He hadn't written the next one yet. So basically, after the books ran out, D&D, which is like I can't remember, D.B. Weiss and this other guy I can't remember, but like everyone calls him D&D. They basically just like took little tidbits from George R.R. Martin and like made a story out of it, and it just did not work. Like that, you could tell the dialogue was not as good as the first like 4 to 5 seasons. Like you could just tell it's just not as good. Now House of the Dragon, that book series is done, so they have all the stuff to use for that. Now they did change some stuff in Game of Thrones from the books, which I do think one of the bigger changes. Wilkie, I'm looking at you. The end of season 6. I think that was really good. I don't think Wilkie liked it. I can't remember who told me he didn't like it. I think maybe
I
one of my
liked
other
it.
friends. Yeah, I think one of my other friends said they didn't like it a lot. But
It was a nice little.
yeah,
I was like, oh wow, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was
Okay.
good. But the Game of Thrones, honestly, even though the ending is not good, is still so worth the watch. Like, it is one of the best shows I've ever watched. Like, it is unbelievable. I definitely recommend it. But yeah, that's my whole thing on
Season
Game of Thrones,
3.
blah blah blah. Yeah.
Season 3 is the best, in my opinion.
Oh,
Anyways,
is Egret in season 3?
you know why? You know why?
Yeah. John and Egret. All right. Anyways, but talk about things that are about to come out. Andor comes out Wednesday. What are you guys thinking about that?
Ooh.
This is gonna be a little strange. I never heard of it. Anyways, go on.
Wait.
I've not heard of it. Go
Andor?
Ethan.
Oh,
No,
Andor. Freaking.
I'm hesitant. I don't know why. I don't know much about it, but like I'm just kind of hesitant because
Have y'all seen the trailer?
I've seen the trailer.
I actually haven't. That's my bad. But like some of the Star Wars like solo stuff has been really good that they released, and some of it hasn't. So I'm not sure how it's gonna
That's
go.
a good point to make. I think a lot of the stuff has
Um,
been kind of mid or good. So
yeah, I actually agree with that because like Rogue One I actually really enjoyed. Um, but the Andor stuff, like it's supposed to be like a kind of like a the rebellion starting uh spies for the rebellion. I'm into that crap because
Mhm.
like I'm a total nerd. Uh,
course.
I don't think we're doing it anymore. Uh, I was supposed to be part of a D&D kind of campaign with Star Wars.
Oh, that's actually
Yeah,
kind of sick.
we were supposed to have a Star Wars, and it was supposed to be during the first years of the Empire. That's when it took
Ooh.
place, and it was built around that, and it was a really cool setup. We never got to it because we all got busy with our schedules, but it was really cool. It was all set up and everything. But so I'm into that kind of crap,
Hmm.
and like I'm very excited for the show. And when it said 3 episode like premiere, I just went, what?
Yeah, I was like, that's a lot to
What?
take
Yeah,
in.
Because like these episodes are gonna be like 40 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah,
you're releasing a
you get
movie.
yeah,
like 3 hours worth of stuff.
yeah.
Like
Basically, yeah.
you're
About
releasing a
like
movie.
it'll be like 2 hours 40 minutes. Yeah, it'll be a lot. But
And that blew me away instantly when I said I was like, uh, yes sir, I'll be there.
I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. One of the things I noticed with the trailer, and this is more of a thing that like that I pay attention to. One thing I really didn't like about Kenobi was the production design did not look good. Like 90% of the time, it just looked empty. Like no shots were inspired half the time, except for like maybe some shots with him and Vader, and like that was it. And everything else looks kind of vague and not vague, but kind of bland. There we go. That's a good way of saying it. Like the setting around him just looks so bland, especially when he's like in Inquisitorius, the fortress or whatever. Like even some scenes in there just look like nothing. Like it just doesn't look interesting to me at all. And one thing with Andor with the trailer, like this show looks incredible. Like everything has like a personality, and everywhere you go looks different. And I think that's what Star Wars kind of struggles with recently, is like everything looks the same and nothing really has a personality anymore. And I think that's what Marvel went through. And I'm gonna say it right now, with Miss Marvel coming out, I think they fixed that. Miss Marvel has more of a personality than anything Marvel's put out in the past like 5 years.
Hmm.
And like I think if Star Wars can make a personality with a show with like kind of a almost like a like I want to say this would be the Winter Soldier of a Star Wars thing. Like
I would agree
a
there. Yeah.
spy thriller Star Wars with rebellion spies with the Empire and stuff. That sounds awesome. And
Yeah,
with the way it's looking, with like I saw someone on Twitter the other day, the creators of the show said that they didn't use the volume like what they use for the Mandalorian or anything like that. Like the volume, you guys know what the volume is, right?
no.
Especially like
Yeah,
this circle.
yes, I know.
Especially like this circle room where it's like kind of one big green screen. It's kind of hard to explain. You kind of have to look it up and look at it. But they use it for a lot
Yeah.
because the VFX look really good on it. But to a point, it looks fake. Like it's fake, so it doesn't really strike you as much. But Andor,
Yeah.
they said they went to a lot of real locations and shot. Like they didn't use the volume once, and I'm like, wow. Like for them not to use the volume, for how big it is right now, like that takes a lot of guts to do. So I really hope it pays off. It looks really good. 3 episodes is a lot though to watch in one night. So
Yeah, that especially, and then like I would like to say this, comparing Kenobi and Andor, the music, the music for Kenobi got me in the trailers and stuff. Like I was like, oh, this looks so good, but the music in the actual, show the show was not that great in my opinion. I was
I
like,
liked Obi-Wan's theme. Okay.
yeah, that was the.
It was pretty
I'm about to
cool.
say that was like the only thing though. Like I was like, okay, y'all, this is kind of a letdown, but the Obi-Wan theme really just makes up for it. But the Andor trailers and the themes they use, and I'm like, all right, solid.
Yeah.
Really liking it.
Solid.
I'm
It
really
looks
hoping
really good. I'm really
I'm
excited
really
for it.
hoping they back it up. So
Wait,
that has
Wilkie, are
me
you into
guy
Star
as well.
Wars as much as we are?
It's on and off.
Okay.
I'm not like I know everything, but um, I watch a few shows here and there. I'm not really too much into it.
We know Rogue One, right?
I know what it's about, but I've not watched it.
You've never seen it, okay? Well, Andor is basically about a character from Rogue One, so can't really talk about it, can you? You don't really know what's going on. Mind empty.
mind empty. Don't understand.
So
I will say this.
She-Hulk. Wait, you go ahead.
I will say this. Another show that Star Wars is coming out because they're coming out with bangers back to back. Tales of the Jedi. That looks sick. Just the Fall of Dooku. The Fall of Dooku. That is what I want. The Fall of Count Dooku is what I want.
It looks dope. It looks really dope.
That's what I wanted, and then that Sith Inquisitor, like, me and my brother watched the trailer together, and as soon as he came on screen, my brother goes, "Who is that, and where can I get that kind of suit?"
Yeah.
I was like,
Who is that? Who is that?
So there's a bunch of rumors going around, and I'm just going to go through these quickly. Rumors are going around, it's just a regular Inquisitor, like just someone random, that, because Ahsoka's supposed to kill this Inquisitor and take the lightsabers to make the white lightsabers she has.
Yeah.
That's canon, and it's supposed to be that. But it's someone random, we don't know who it is. The second option is if you are ever played any Star Wars video games, like the Republic Heroes, Star Wars: The Clone Wars Republic Heroes, on the DS, it had Grievous' Apprentice, and it matches almost exactly matches the suit of the Inquisitor.
Oh, interesting.
So I was like, because me and my brother saw it and we're just like, do you remember that? I was like, yeah, I remember it. And we looked it up and it almost matches exactly because he's got like a bird kind of mask and so does the other one. I was like, all right, I'm about to say that'd be cool, but like the character's still cool either way.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say something else. Oh yeah, She-Hulk. Who's seen She-Hulk? Raise your hand. Has any of us seen She-Hulk?
I am excluded. Mind empty.
Wait, what is your touchstone for She-Hulk? Is it Megan Thee Stallion twerking with her? Is that your only?
Well, what a great opener. I mean, it's not like that. It's just like they really did something like that to just like. I mean, it's to get more eyes on it, which makes sense from a business standpoint and everything. But it's just like, to me, it's like you don't really need that to make it appealing. If that makes any sense. But I can't really say anything, so my opinion doesn't really matter on it because I've not watched it. So
a little bit of secondhand embarrassment from that, but it's okay.
I was more laughing at like what is going on than it being funny, which maybe might have been their point, like might have been their goal to make you laugh and be like, yo, like what is this? Like what is going on my screen? But I don't know.
I kind of was just looking at it, I was just like, yeah, nah, not doing it for me. Just don't like it at all.
Let me be clear. The rest of She-Hulk besides that, I've enjoyed. I thought it's been pretty good.
Been kind of pretty funny. Like
it's been funny and I've enjoyed myself like watching it. Like I've never like been there's never been an episode where I was like, oh, like that sucked, you know? Like I watch it for 30 minutes like when I wake up on Thursdays. Watch it for 30 minutes. And I'm like, okay, that was dope. Like, I really enjoyed myself watching it. And then I go out about my day. It's not like a life-changing show, but it also doesn't have to be. So, like, I really enjoy that about it. Braven.
Go ahead, Nathan. Sorry.
I was just going to say, like, they keep bringing, like, should we not talk about the stuff that's in the show, or?
Wookie, do you care?
I don't care.
Okay. Well, they keep bringing Wong back into the show, and my favorite joke that they made thus far is like,
Wong?
she's like, Wong's back in this episode. It's our Twitter arm. I was like, yeah, that's actually kind of funny.
That's really funny because people really bash this show a lot for random things.
A lot.
So,
what were you gonna say, Braven?
Nice. Oh, I was gonna say is like, I really enjoyed the show, but the two things that really just made me either laugh or freak out was, who's seen the most recent episode?
Oh, this week's?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Okay, well, there's something in this past. DB knows what I'm talking about. At the very end of this last one, I kind of freaked and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!"
Is that what I think? You did that.
I did this, Braven.
I didn't even see you do it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, but yeah, it made me freak out a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I freaked out because like I've always been the biggest fan of that, and then to keep it vague, that way Ethan can freak out later. But the second thing is the funniest thing to me. I don't know why. It just cracks me up. The entire scene of let's get this clear to everyone who's watching this. It's a joke. I'm quoting it from the show. If you get mad, go blame Marvel Studios, not me. Awesome,
Word.
great. Moving on. It's when that shapeshifter comes out of the office and goes, "I love assaulting women in the office." And he goes, "I do not do that. Y'all could all take me." I'm like,
oh yeah, the like shape-shifting elf comes
Yeah,
out
that-
and like pretends to be him, and she's like, "Oh, I love sexually assaulting women in the office," and he walks out and he's like, "That was not me. I know you all. I don't do that."
and he goes, "Y'all can all take me." And I'm like,
Yeah, I love him.
That-
I can't remember his name, but
he was in Arrow, but that scene just made me completely start crying because it was so funny.
Yeah,
me.
there's
I don't
a lot
know
of
why.
scenes where I was laughing really hard, just at like the absurdity of it, or like even just the line itself. I was like, oh, that was cute, that was funny. Like this show is doing a really good job of like showing off humor chops of Marvel, where they do show off the bad, which I think is, She-Hulk twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. I don't think that's funny for the right reasons. But then it also shows off the good. Like there's some really clever, witty dialogue between characters. Like freaking Abomination having like 9 pen pal wives.
I
Like,
was
that's
about to
so
mention that.
ridiculous and stupid.
That's
and it's so funny.
hilarious. That's
Like-
hilarious.
Like I just love the fact that they know what the show is. They're not taking it too seriously, which is fine because She-Hulk comics don't take themselves seriously.
Mm-mm.
So it's perfect in that regard. Like I do want to know where we're going. Like I do want to know that because at this point I'm still kind of like I don't know where we're going. Like I don't know what the end goal is.
Sorry.
What's up, Braven?
One last bad thing I didn't like about the show. Our wrecking crew kind of sucked. So that's all I gotta say. Our wrecking crew, that was a complete letdown. It was like not this past episode, but the one before that. That was a letdown because I watched Earth's Mightiest Heroes with the wrecking crew, and comparing the two, I'm like, wow, wow.
Yeah, it's but I'm really enjoying it. I think that's the general consensus of everyone in this Discord right now, besides Wookie, because he's lame and he hasn't watched it.
Mind empty.
But moving on, Braven, you had a story to tell about a fight in GameStop today.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Let's get this clear.
Getting away from the nerd talk, we're getting to like real life stuff where people can all relate and blah 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 blah.
Let's get this clear. It was just more of like it almost became physical.
A verbal altercation.
Yeah, but something was thrown. So, yeah. So a headset was thrown. Basically, yeah. It was really ridiculous. So I went in for clarification. My girlfriend's name is Brittany, so I'm referring to her in this. I went to GameStop after I got done with all my school for the day. I went to GameStop with my girlfriend Brittany. She was like, "All right, I'm gonna go back out to the car and wait out there for you," because I was gonna talk to the guy worker there because like we know each other, we're friends, and so I went to go talk to him, but there was a husband and wife with their kid already there, and the wife is talking to I'm just gonna call him GameStop worker for just to not say his name.
Him Jack.
All right, Jack. Talking to Jack, and so she's like, "Can we sell the headsets and controllers back to you for Xbox and stuff like that?" And he's like, "We can take the controllers, but we cannot take the headsets because we are only allowed to buy 3 types of headsets from customers because that's policy.
Yeah.
That's policy."
Nothing he can do about that.
Yeah, and so she told each of the headsets, and she went, "We can't take any of them. I'm sorry." But he said, "But we will take those controllers and give you money for them." And she went, "Oh, okay, that's good." And then she went out to the car to go grab the stuff. I start talking to Jack, and we get into a conversation about Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, and just video game talk because the new Assassin's Creed came out with the trailer. Very good, by the way. Oh,
very good.
Wonderful. And I put my pre-order on it, and because we can do that now, I didn't know, but we can go ahead and pre-order it. And I put my pre-order down, and in comes the lady with the controllers and the headsets.
Uh-oh.
And he goes literally to me, I told that lady I cannot be buying the headsets.
I can't.
And I was like, have fun, man. I'll be over here. And so I walked over to the pop section just to look, because I just wanted to like look and also listen in. But and so I'm just looking at all the pops and everything. And she's like, all right, here's the headsets and the controllers. And he went, I'm sorry, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Can't buy the headsets from y'all. And she's just like, but I want them gone. I'm like, well, this turned into a Karen real fast. All right.
Sell them on eBay then.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like eBay, like what's it called?
He can do about it.
Facebook Marketplace. Go somewhere.
Throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
If you want them gone.
Trash them if that's necessary. Try Walmart. I mean, I don't know. Try something.
Yep.
And he's just like, we cannot do it. The husband gets involved because they've been in the store the entire time.
Oh boy.
Gets involved and he gets mad. And he said, "You got to buy these." And he's like, "No, I don't."
Wait.
It's
What kind of
possible.
headset are they? So what kind of headsets are they? Do you know?
It's Turtle Beach and
They don't take Turtle Beach.
it's a certain type of Turtle Beach they can't take.
Oh, I wonder if it's too old. They
Oh.
can't sell it again.
It's too old.
something like
That's the problem. It's too
Okay.
old. So they can't do it, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, just take it to
You won't
McKay's
make
up
any
in
money off
Winston.
of it.
Yeah, exactly. Take it to McKay's up in Winston.
McKay's. Yeah, you can literally give anything to McKay's. You can give drugs to McKay's and they'll find a way to sell it.
Goodwill
Like-
is right down the street.
Yeah, sure. Give it to Goodwill. They won't sell drugs, but they'll sell anything else.
They ain't gonna buy it.
So just give it to them.
Just
They'll
give it
figure
to
it
them.
out.
Who cares?
Pluto's
Like,
Closet.
just-
that might be more
just give it
close,
to
but
me.
yeah, you can just give it to him anyway.
No, I mean, who cares?
Right.
Like, just give it to him. But he gets involved. He starts yelling at the dude, telling him take it. He's like, "I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave or something." He chucks the headset in the box across the counter, and I'm just like,
Okay.
and they storm out, and
These
their kids like, "Hey, I was just playing the Switch back there. What's going on?" He freaking didn't even know what was happening,
He was
and I was
playing
like,
the Switch.
These
He's just
hands
playing the Switch
are
in the
ready
back.
to eat for everyone. These hands are ready to eat for everyone.
Well,
Let
that
me
family
tell you
storm. That family storms out, and what was it? That family storms out. I go up there. I'm like, "Hey, I'd like to pre-order the Gotham Knights Nightwing pop," just because that's what I go. And he looks at me and he just goes, "Really?" And I'm like, "I don't know what else to tell you, man." I mean,
Wait, did they just not get the money for the controllers? They just left the box there?
Yeah, they just left.
No, they sold the controllers, but then like when they tried to, that's when they try to keep doing the headsets, and I'm like,
Oh.
I'm just like, what do you not understand? No is no.
That's hilarious. That's
Like,
actually
no-
really funny.
No is no. If you can't sell it there, like not sell, yeah, if you can't sell it to them, go sell it to someone else. Like
No,
I say, eBay,
right.
Facebook Marketplace, like McKay's,
Yeah.
freaking what? Like there's
Literally
tons of
McKay's.
places.
McKay's,
It's not
like
what I
said,
want.
takes anything.
They
I
literally,
wouldn't sell it
literally
here.
do. I sold old textbooks to them from my
They're
school.
like, they're like, give it to us.
They sold old textbooks
I
to me
can
from
sell
my
them
school,
this
and
water bottle, and they'll probably take it.
like they gave me like in credit stuff, and I went back to the comic section. It was like $30, and I got me literally 20
So many
comics from it.
Yeah, so many
Yeah.
comics. I got records from them. I got a Khalid record for like $10, like the new one, like Free Spirit, his album from like 4 years ago. I got for 20,
Solid.
or not for 20, like $10.
Yes.
Crazy.
Good
They
album.
sell some good
Yeah.
stuff
Good
there. I will
album.
say that they sell some good stuff there. They just some
Interesting characters.
yes, very interesting, very interesting. I do love that store.
Not gonna shame
I do-
him. Not gonna shame him.
I
Everybody got
do
their own
love that
situation
place.
going on. But yeah, there's some interesting people that go to McKay's. Like I said,
Yeah.
they sell drugs there. I'm like 99% sure they do. But yeah, so Ethan, were you gonna say something? You lit up green and it gets confusing. But guys, I'm excited. Guess what tomorrow is?
What's
Game
tomorrow?
Saturday.
Oof.
Yeah, it's game day. First home football
Oh.
game here at WCU. Now we might suck,
Who y'all playing?
but we're playing Presbyterian. They suck.
Oh yeah,
They're worse than we are, so we should win.
We might
So-
suck, but they suck worse.
Yeah, they suck worse. Yes, suck worse than we do. Wookie, you look perplexed.
No, it's just no. Go ahead, pop off, please. Go.
But I'm so.
I don't
excited.
watch football, so
Yeah,
Or even-
football's not for everybody. You know, who watches football in here?
I don't keep
Well,
up with it, but I know.
Well, this
I'm
is
just a good
irrelevant
wrestling
topic,
boy.
man.
like
Oh,
10
yeah, that's
10%, 10% I do. That's why I say go like because like I do somewhat, not much.
True.
I do to keep
Wow.
up. That way I can talk with some. I hate to be this way. That way I can talk with some people in the back.
Yeah, I feel
Right.
that. I do feel that. Now I don't have to do that. I keep up like pretty regularly, but I can talk about NFL or NCAA football forever. Especially with John. God.
Oh boy, oh no, John.
But
He will talk about it.
Anyways, I was about to bring up something else. I can't remember what it was because you brought up like GameStop and fights and stuff. I was like, I'm trying to remember if I've ever like been in a store. I've been to Black Fridays where fights have happened, but that's Black Friday. It happens at all times. But what up, Wilkie?
Oh,
I was working at the gym 2 days ago, and
Oh, here we go.
you know, so I work at Planet Fitness now. But anyways, so the whole thing works is like, you know, you have a QR code on your phone, on an app and everything, you scan it in.
Yeah.
So there was this girl and this guy walking in, and she's been there regular, so she already scans and everything, but she's trying to bring him in as a guest, as a black card or whatever. And then this guy, like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm all for it, I'll sign up and everything. And if you don't know, they take a photo of you, so that way they know, like, for tracking and everything.
Mhm.
And I was being trained by the manager, and the manager was like, okay, we just need to take a quick picture for you and everything. He's like, nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm done. I'm taking a picture. He walks out. I was like,
What?
what have you done,
What is
bro?
he? What is he into?
awesome!
I was like,
Wonderful!
Are you a
Criminal
criminal
record?
But yeah, he just
What?
walks out. And then I worked out Thursday or Wednesday. There was this woman, like, at like 6 p.m. just walking, like, so here's the door and here's like the parking lot. She's like just walking in a triangle, trying to get into random cars and stuff. Like,
She's trying
I
to
was
get
like,
random cars. Are
what?
you serious?
yeah, like there was this Jeep or whatever, and like there's a car next to her. I don't know what it was, but she's like trying to get into it and like did the same pattern over like 10 times over, and I'm like, girl, what in
Did you
the
not call
world?
the cops?
No, I wasn't work. Well, there was a worker there. He was like not want to do anything just in case like something happens, he can just react immediately.
Yeah.
So he was waiting for something to happen, but it's like if she keeps doing it, I'll call. But I wasn't on
Yeah.
the clock.
Oh, okay.
But I was
if she kept
tempted
doing
to
it,
like
I would
go
definitely
out
call.
and be like,
Yeah.
but I was tempted to go out and be like, hey, like what are you doing? Like, don't touch my car.
She goes and touches someone else's car. Don't touch
Yeah,
that
you can touch
person's
it.
car.
Don't touch mine. You can touch others. My
This
little
car is
soccer
off
mom car.
limits. Soccer mom car. My
I'ma
car's about to
say-
be done, bro. That 2004 Honda Pilot's about to be done. It's on its last
Your car's
legs
been hanging on for a while, but
for
Bro.
deer life. It's like,
Wait,
like
that's your
start
car?
hanging on the cliff. Huh?
Wait, that's
You
your
start
car?
your car? Yeah, it's
Wait.
his car.
Oh,
The Honda
Really?
Pilot? Yeah.
Your pilot, yeah. Bro, you start your car and like it's like a volcano erupting with smoke. It's like, bro, what's
Yes.
going on?
dude, I was
Yes.
wondering whose that was. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like it's just burning oil, so like the fumes coming out of the exhaust. It's bad. It's bad. Like it is.
It's
it is
dying.
almost done. Yeah.
All right, I'll
It
be
is
up there in
dying.
about an hour. I'll see what's wrong. No,
An hour, 3.5 hours. Try that, Braven. Try that.
an hour.
Western is
No,
far.
it's an hour.
It's an hour.
Nah, it's an hour, bro.
It's an
It's
hour.
an hour.
Trust me,
I'll
if
make it
we're
an hour.
committed-
Just built different, you know.
Committed.
You gonna fly up here?
We got functional cars. so
And I
we
mean,
go
it'll
faster.
kind of look like flying. It's gonna kind of look like flying. Boom.
That's true. That's true.
It's
You
gonna
guys have
look like
functional
flying.
cars. I don't. So that
he
makes
can't go
sense.
50 minutes.
Yeah, that thing. It's almost dead, but it's really been a journey with it. So
I'm about to say,
I
y'all
hope it
know
stays
my
alive.
first ChickfilA story, right? With my truck.
No.
Y'all know that? So basically,
Oh wait, preface. Literally, I met Ethan and Braven at ChickfilA. We all worked there at some point. I've known Wilkey a pretty long time, but I got closer with Wilkey through ChickfilA. So, preface, we all worked at ChickfilA. We obviously can't talk about work, so don't ask us to talk about ChickfilA. I'm pretty sure we all signed NDAs.
We'll tell you funny stories. We'll tell you funny stories, but like
nothing about the company. So
nope,
we can't do that.
Not speak for the brand or company. Nope.
Yep.
But it was, I think it was Ashley in the night shift, and I had left my check in the kitchen because I that night or something, I don't know. It was when I was still getting check and I direct deposit, but I left my check in the kitchen right beside the trash can. And I had driven home, and I'm on the phone with one of my friends, and I'm about to turn on my road, and I'm not about to turn on my road. I'm about to turn into my driveway, and then I'm like, "Where's my check?" By the way, from here to ChickfilA, it is a 15-minute drive. It is a 15-minute drive, so I have to leave 15 minutes early every day.
Dang, 15 minutes early for a 15-minute drive? You pushing it, dog. You walking
listen,
in right on time.
This is the reason why. So, I drifted my truck around. Y'all know what kind of truck I drive. That's a big freaking truck to move around. But I pulled it to where I spun my truck around. My buddy down the street could hear me do it. I spun the truck all the way around, floored it all the way to Chick-fil-A, and got there in 8 minutes.
Ooh,
I got there to 7 to 8 minutes, and I'm there, and I'm like, and I start panting because I ran into the door. I like busted through the door. I'm just looking at Ashley. I'm like, "Where's my check?" And she just goes, "We put it back in the vault." And I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, they just put it back. You can come back again.
I was like,
Braven's like, "I've lost my check forever."
and she's like, "Do you live close here?" And I'm like, "No." No, I do
not
not.
really. No.
No, I'm like, no, not at all. I do not live close here. Like,
it's funny you were like, "Oh, my check is lost. I have to go get it." Like they just put it back in the thing. Like you don't.
I mean, I didn't know. It was like it was literally my first month there, and I was like, I don't know what to freaking do. So I just bolted it back, and she's just like, "Man, speed racing right here." I'm like, "Yeah, how you doing?"
Yeah, trust me. Once you walk into Chick-fil-A to work, you want to leave as soon as possible.
No, I wanted to be gone.
Yeah, that's true.
I wanted to be gone. I just want to go home.
Go
some
home
days.
and look at my glorious check.
Definitely didn't look at it that night. Not until after I got it back.
Oh man, gosh. Well,
I had 130 in that truck.
You went how much?
130.
You went 130?
Yeah.
I can't even grace 90 with the pilot, dude, and that thing just explodes. Like,
I had 130 with that thing.
bad.
I was so proud of myself. I'm not even gonna lie.
Gosh, I think the fastest I've gotten to work is like 9 minutes, and I live like 13 minutes away. That was when I was like running late, but
No.
yeah.
I don't typically leave like 15 minutes early. I leave like 20, 25, but I was just saying like
Yeah.
I have to leave like 15 max.
I was like, dang, you leave in 15 minutes. Jesus, freaking getting there. There's no time to spare.
Absolutely none. No.
Gosh,
but
I can't do that. I can't park and then just go in. I have to park and like get on my phone and like look at stuff for it.
That's what I typically do now, but like back then I was like, all right, I get there 5 minutes before, walk right in.
Heck no. I take
Yeah,
advantage
that's what-
of me not working.
I mean, this morning like I got there at 4:30. I was supposed to be there at 5:15, but I got there really early, and I was like, you know what? I got a pillow and a blanket. I'm gonna go sleep in the back of the truck. So I just slept for like 45 minutes in the back of the truck.
I wouldn't trust myself to do that. Like sleep.
I don't know.
I would sleep like no, even with an alarm. Like I would sleep like 3 hours. Like I would sleep right past when I'm supposed to go in. I cannot do that. No way. That takes lots of guts. Lots of cojones, Braven. Lots of cojones to do. Like that's pretty impressive. Wilkey, I wanted to talk with you about something. Recently, Wilkey has been training with AML Wrestling to pursue the dream of being a professional wrestler, which we all, of course, wish him the best of luck with, because that takes lots of bow down to Wilkey. I just wanted to ask how that's going. You can tell everyone how that is, and yeah.
So I'm gonna try to like give some backgrounds into why I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, obviously, I think we can all agree. Like, some of us, or most of us, pro wrestling, we used to watch when we were kids and everything. So, it's more personal information that I can't really get into, but a lot of bad things have happened, and usually during those times, it was there for me and everything. And then, especially like after around Valentine's Day this year, kind of was like, okay, I need to like get into gear on stuff, and nothing bad. It's just like I really don't know what I want to do. So ever since then, it's like, okay, well, I gotta narrow what I see myself doing, not have a list of what I can do. So I need to narrow it down to like 5 things. So people at ChickfilA, some of them got into computer science stuff, and I'm like, that's really cool. I can see myself doing that. And then I thought about staying at ChickfilA for a while, like moving up there and everything, because I met a lot of great people there. I met you guys there. Yep. So that was an option. And then I started working out. I was like, well, I could see myself being a physical therapist and everything. And then wrestling popped up again, and I usually journal and stuff. So I take a note of like the exact day, the exact year that I wrestled me down. And every time I look back on it, every now and then, wrestling. I see myself doing this, like going to NXT, New Japan, like just getting actively involved in that stuff. And I messaged Tyler, which I'm pretty sure you all know, you've seen him. I was like, hey, like, I'm interested in this, you know, what do I do? How do I get started and everything? He's like, just go to AML. It's in Winston-Salem, you know, twice a week. You can just train and everything. And this takes like, it depends on how fast you learn, but 6 months to 2 years, even 5 years.
Yeah.
Before you can even have like your first actual like match. But for me, you know how I am. I'm gonna try to like learn as much as possible as soon as possible, because I want to get the ball rolling. But you know, it's going good. I watched a few tapes Tuesday, and then I actually paid everything. I took some bumps for the first time. Definitely interesting. It's not fake. It hurts. I will say that, but which is a separate conversation for another session.
We can talk about
podcast.
That
like it's bizarre to me. So the coach is like very like, he knows what he's talking about, and you have these cliche like, oh, I love it, that's my passion, but like he was like, well, why do you like this? And I just no hesitation, the storytelling. And you can kind of tell like when somebody's like, okay, that's a really unusual response. So from the gate, I'm kind of on good terms with everybody. I'm trying to like get more involved in that, which doing work, college, and that, because I'm trying to just have like not a plan B, because to me, if you have a plan B, you're trying to set yourself up for failure. So I'm trying to like kind of work on other stuff, but like make sure, hey, this is what you really want to do and everything. So but yeah, it's going good. Working out about 7-8 months now. Time to get into shape and everything, but we starting somewhere. I will say
he's actually one that got
definitely,
me into it. So
but definitely a lot more. What's the right word? More aware, I guess, of what I enjoy and everything. So I'm just trying to like explore that, because like I'm not really a movie guy. Like I don't really watch that stuff, but every now and then I'm like, oh, you should watch this. But when it comes to wrestling, like,
you're more on top of it than I am, dude. Like,
so, but so good, love it. Great.
Yeah, I'm really glad you're putting yourself kind of out there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, and I know you said like you're kind of on good terms with like the people you're training with, and that's like another thing that I've always wondered, like that, like everything that's happened with AEW right now, like just with lots of egos in one place. That happens in any sport, but
Mm.
like the amount of egos in one place where you don't have control over what your character does 95% of the time, it really creates a lot of heat between a lot of people. And I was like, that's like one of the things that's scary for me, like to even like, because I remember thinking about it like, you know, back when I was little and stuff, but then like once you get older and you realize like the politics of it, like it's kind of scary. Like you're like, you don't want to, I'm more of a people pleaser kind of guy, and you can't be a people pleaser in wrestling. Like you simply can't. There are people that are not going to like you straight up, and you just kind of got to get on with it. But Wookie, you can put your perspective on that if you want to.
It kind of like ties into like, because I think we can all agree, I've changed like a lot compared to like who I was last year. Like I kind of used to be a people pleaser, like, oh yeah, I do it for you, but now it's like, no.
Yeah.
I do what I want to do.
Do what you want to do.
And not in like a negative way, but like I'll do it for you if it benefits us both because that's just the right thing to do. But yeah, that's kind of like I love AEW. I love all the promotions. The only thing I really don't watch is like Impact because it's weird. But
yeah, Lord knows what they're doing.
New Japan is like my favorite, I would say right now, just because it's like a mix of AEW and WWE. Like there's creative, like, hey, this is what's being booked. Do it, stick to it, and get it done. You can leave all the personal stuff out of the ring and everything. But I'm not too well known with it. It's just I just know the basic because that's what I'm being taught right now firsthand. So, but I don't know. The problem is with many things, ego. You're going to have an egotistical boss no matter where you work.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to take a risk in wrestling because I was told from the gate, in 5 years, you could have your first match and just get a hot dog as a reward for wrestling a match in Maryland or New Jersey. So, but the point is you got to pay your dues.
Yep.
So, say you wrestle that match in Maryland for just a hot dog, well, that promoter's going to remember you.
Yeah.
And you could have somebody famous, like in wrestling, watch your match and be like, I put a good word in for him for Tony Khan or whatever, or Ghetto. So, like, which are the bookers for AEW New Japan. But, like, it's just interesting. Like, to me, it's kind of like, to me, I see things very logical, but to wrestling, it's just like, I can be creative with it. So it's just a weird perspective kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just a fascinating world. If you're not into wrestling, honestly, obviously it's not for everybody. But I think there is a magic with it. And you can think about, you can think about people all you want about how they like wrestling. And you can say like, oh, that's for kids or, oh, that's for blah, blah, blah. But there really is a magic behind it that I can't really explain without you really learning about it. But I want to end this podcast off with a little fun little game that has something to do with wrestling. Now, I know all of us don't watch it, all right? But I was thinking, if you were a WWE wrestler, what would you want your like name to be and like your gimmick and who you are? Like, what would you want that to be? And I'm going to start with Wilkey first because he's the man in this. So, Wilkey, you go ahead.
Is it heavy WWE?
It can just be wrestling. It can just be wrestling in general.
No, I think that's very bad to say because WWE is the top dog. Like it's global, so there's no digs towards them. But I don't know. I've just my personal opinion. I'm more of a Jon Moxley guy. I not the slicey like no like he constantly gives every match. No.
Yeah,
it's just like he's very. We're not very like perfectly identical, but like just kind of the way he views things, like just Jon Moxley, Malachi Black, or Aleister Black when he was in WWE. Timothy Thatcher, which is a really If you don't know him, he's really good. But kind of a mix of those three is something I want to be, because to me, if I'm doing it, I want to feel it, because to me, it gives a genuine reaction, from me to the audience. Oh, he's really
so you want it to be
big.
stiff. So you want it to be stiff.
Not stiff, but more like Extreme Rules matches, like kind of like John Moxley a little bit. Like I don't want it to be stiff. No, I'm not gonna please don't break my arm, but try to provide a story to he's a really violent character. Okay, he likes submissions, which is another thing. Bryan Danielson, Daniel Garcia. Oh, Daniel Garcia is really good too. Growing on me. But kind of like brawling and technician stuff, like a mix of all that. So.
Okay.
I don't know.
Braven, you next.
Oh wow, really got to put that.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one that watches it the absolute least. That's the reason why you
come up. Yes, if you want it to be like just come up with something stupid, or you can make it serious.
You
can do whatever you want.
You give me Johnny Gargano vibes.
Thanks. I guess I don't really know. Literally, no. Listen, the only thing I do is what they make fun of. All right, for clarification here, for the podcast and everything, my favorite superhero is Nightwing. I know I'm stupid for wearing a Captain America shirt for this for my first time. Leave me alone. Don't hate me in the comments. You probably already do. But see, the thing they make fun of him for is his disco wing look when he's got his open chest and everything. And I was like, I just think when you ask that question, I'm like, shoot, if I showed up to a wrestling event just and participate in it, I'm showing up in that thing just because it's going to be ridiculous and people are going to hate me. So,
hey, get some heat on
you. So you're Gregory Helms. Gregory Helms.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Good.
Noted.
That's good.
Check.
All right, I'll go next. I guess I would. I'm a big babyface kind of guy, which is a good guy in WWE. That's what it's called, a good guy. It's the hero. I'm more of a babyface kind of guy, so I would be
heels.
I would be, I'd be a good wrestler, technical. I think I'd have one of my favorite wrestlers ever is Sami Zayn. I know it's a weird thing to say, but Sami Zayn is very good, underappreciated right now. He's kind of back on the way up, but he's been kind of underappreciated for a couple years now, and it's pissing me off. And I can't wait for him to get what he deserves finally, probably in a couple years. But just very resilient wrestling, I guess, is a way of saying it. Like HBK, Sami Zayn kind of mix in between there. That's probably what I would be. I know that's more of a serious answer, going from Wookiee's serious answer to Braven's stupid answer to my serious answer.
Leave me alone. I don't know nothing. I'm the least knowing person here. I'm boxing. That's all I do.
Yeah, but I would. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. And my gimmick, I guess, just a good feel good kind of guy, Just I rock with the fans. I rock with the, make little kids smile, give them an autograph, put my arm around them, give a little noogie, and just have a good time, That's probably what I would do.
Kids.
But
You're a mark. You're a mark. Heels all the way, baby.
Easy there, Anakin Skywalker.
Gosh. All right. Ethan, since
I'm
you
just
screw
kidding.
them
Just
kids,
kidding.
what would you like to do?
I wanna say I'd be a vicious kind of. I don't know.
Oh, vicious.
I don't know the technical term for it, but
that's as technical as it gets, Ethan.
But I want to say I'd be a vicious, fighter. But it's honestly, I'd probably kind of be like you, more technical, and along with what Braven said, I'd draw some inspiration from comics and superheroes and stuff.
Thank God, someone else actually backed me up on something.
I don't really know what my gimmick or anything would be, but yeah, basically.
Well, honestly, that answer was pretty good. And with that is the end of this first episode of Hog Rider Radio. If you're wondering why it's called Hog Rider Radio, you have to tune in next time to find out that information, because we're going to talk about that next time, because it's not a great story, but it's good enough. So
I'll get you a laugh.
It will make you laugh. It's pretty funny. But if you like us four, which is Dylan, Wilkey over there, Braven up there, Ethan right there. I forgot Ethan's name for a second. Ethan up there. All of our socials will be down at the description of this YouTube video, which is the only thing this podcast will be on, because I don't think it'll be on Spotify. Right, Braven?
Not yet, but it will be.
Not yet. It will be soon. It will be soon. So if you're thinking, hey, I like these guys. They're pretty cool. I want to see more of them. Well, you can. You just got to click on one of those links, and then you can see it. So you can see my Instagram, where I do movie reviews. You can see Wilkey. I put his Twitch in there. He streams sometimes. You can watch Wilkey stream. Wilkey, what do you stream?
Bro, listen, I'm too busy. I don't know yet. So that's to be determined.
To be determined, Braven, you're saying?
Put my Twitch in there if that's the only thing I need in there. Put my Twitch in there. I'll be streaming for the first time day one Gotham Knights. So when that drops, so please tune in.
You heard it here first, folks. Braven's gonna be streaming the day of the Gotham Knights coming out, which I don't know what it is, but it's that day.
October 21st. You can also watch Wilkey.
21st. You can also watch Wilkey. I also stream. I don't know when I'm going to stream again, but I'll do it at some point. Ethan, he has Instagram. His Snapchat's going to be down there. His what else is going to be down there, Ethan? Nothing else. Just Instagram and
your
Snapchat.
Your mother.
Just Instagram and Snapchat. We will try to come back, like I said, once a month. But if you guys want more, we can try to get it done like in a couple weeks or something. We'll see. But yeah, without further ado, that is it. I love you guys, but you have to say it back. Just give them a little time to say it.
Love you guys.
Yep,
Love you guys.
Time.
Oh.
Give them a little time, everyone.
Thank
you very much. You guys have an incredible day, night, weekend, week. Doesn't matter. Just make it incredible. Okay. Goodbye.